Merry Christmas. Ho, ho, ho. If I asked you who was the most blessed woman in the Bible, what would you tell me? Because the answer is Jael. Jael. And I'm citing Judges 5:24. Most blessed of women be Jael. And she was the wife of Heber the Canaanite. And I'm going to read you the story because she stabbed a bad man in the head with a hammer and a tent peg, okay? And this story is in Judges 4 and Judges 5. King James Version is up on my screen. I can't change it because there's no internet here. This is low budget. Please send some money. Anyway, Judges 4. The children of Israel did evil in the sight of the Lord when Ehud was dead, and the Lord sold them into the hand of Jabin, king of Canaan, that reigned in Hazor, and the captain of whose host was Sisera, which dwelt in Harosheth of the Gentiles. And the children of Israel cried unto the Lord, for he had 900 chariots of iron, cars, and 20 years he mightily oppressed the children of Israel. Deborah was a prophetess, and she was the wife of Lapidoth, and she was judging Israel at that time, and she dwelt under the palm tree of Deborah between Ramah and Bethel in the mount of Ephraim, and the children of Israel came up to her for judgment. She sent and called Barak, the son of Abinom, out of Kadesh-Naphtali, and said to him, Hath not the Lord God of Israel commanded, saying, Go and draw towards Mount Tabor, and take with thee 10,000 men of the children of Naphtali and the children of Zebulun. And I will draw unto thee the rivers of Kishon, Sisera, the captain of Jabin's armies with his chariots and his multitude, and I will deliver him into thy hand. And Barak said to her, If thou wilt go with me, then I will go, but if thou wilt not go with me, then I'm not going either. And she said, I will surely go with thee. Notwithstanding the journey that thou takest shall not be for thine honor, but for the Lord. For the Lord shall sell Sisera into the hand of a woman. And Deborah arose and went with Barak to Kadesh. And when Barak called Zebulun and Naphtali to Kadesh, he went up with the 10,000 men at his feet, and Deborah went up right with him. And now Heber the Kenite, which was of the children of Hobab, the father-in-law of Moses. Hobab. Heber the Kenite, which was one of the children of Hobab, the father-in-law of Moses, had severed himself from the Kenites. And he pitched his tent unto the plain of Zanaim, which is by Kadesh. And so they showed Sisera that Barak, the son of Abinom, was gone up to Mount Tabor. And Sisera gathered together all his chariots, even 900 chariots of iron, and all the people that were with him from Harosheth of the Gentiles into the river Kishon. And Deborah said to Barak, Up, for this is the day which the Lord has delivered Sisera into thy hand. Is not the Lord gone out before thee? So Barak went down from Mount Tabor, and 10,000 men after him. The Lord discomfited Sisera and all his chariots, all his host, with the edge of the sword before Barak, so that Sisera lighted down off his chariot and fled away from his feet. But Barak pursued after the chariots and after the host unto Harosheth of the Gentiles, and all the hosts of Sisera fell upon the edge of the sword. There was not a man left. Howbeit Sisera fled away on his feet to the tent of Jael, the wife of Heber the Kenite. For there was peace between Jabin, king of Hazor, and the house of Heber the Canaanite. And Jael went out to meet Sisera, and she said to him, Turn in, my lord, turn in to me, fear not. And when he had turned into her tent, she covered him with a mantle, and he said to her, Give me, I pray thee, a little water to drink. I'm thirsty. And she opened a bottle of milk, gave him a drink, and covered him. Again, he said to her, stand in the door of the tent, and it shall be that when any man doth come and inquire of thee, and say, is there anybody here, that thou shalt say no. Then Jael, Heber's wife, took a nail of the tent and a hammer in her hand, and went softly unto him, and smote the nail into his temples, and fastened it to the ground, for he was fast asleep and weary, and so he died. And behold, Barak pursued Sisera, and Jael came out to meet him. And she said unto him, come, and I'm going to show you the man who thou seekest. And when they came into her tent, behold, Sisera lay dead with a nail in his temple. And so God subdued on that day Jabin, the king of Canaan, before the children of Israel. And the hand of the children of Israel prospered and prevailed against Jabin, king of Canaan, until they had destroyed Jabin, king of Canaan. And Judges 5 is a slight recap of it here. 5.24. Blessed above women shall be Jael, the wife of Heber the Canaanite. Blessed shall she be above women in the tent. He asked water, she gave him milk. She brought him forth butter in a lordly dish. She put her hand to the nail and her right hand to the workman's hammer, and with the hammer she smote Sisera. She smote up his head when she had pierced and stricken through his temples. At her feet he bowed, he fell, he lay down at her feet, he bowed, he fell. Where he bowed, there he fell down dead. The mother of Sisera, I guess the dead guy, was looking out the window and cried through the lattice, why is his chariot so long in coming? Why tarry the wheels of his chariots? Her wise ladies answered her. She returned her answer to herself. Have they not sped? Have they not divided the prey? To every man a damsel or two. To Sisera a prey of divers colors, of needlework, of divers colors of needlework on both sides, meat for the necks of them that take spoil. So let all thy enemies perish, O Lord, and let them that love him be as the sun when he goeth forth in his might. And the land had rest for 40 years. So blessed be Jael, Jael, above all women in tents.